I'm sitting here thinking about the inheritance that is promised to me, and not one that's here in this world, but one that's in the kingdom waiting on me. You see, my God promised me and promises you that He has an inheritance for both of us, that He created for us before this world was created. I think about everything that we do as a daily routine to try to accomplish a goal. Right now I'm sitting in line at the dump station waiting to dump this can so I could deliver it. For what? For my business. For what? So like that we can acquire more money and grow the business, and all these things are okay. I'm not trying to say they're bad, but I think sometimes our focus gets led to these goals so much that we forget that we already have a huge inheritance at the end of our days. Think about that. Let me give you the verse. Matthew 25:34 reads, "Then the king will say to those on his right, 'Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world.'" I believe every single thing that's in the Bible. All of it. Things are revealed to you when you spend time in the Word. And it's okay sometimes that, you fall behind a little bit. You might feel like you're not connecting, and that's all right because we're human. But you have to stay in there. You have to stay in a Bible-believing church. You have to surround yourself with people that are Bible-believing people and good Christians and all of these things, because they all do make the difference. And as you start consuming the Word, you know that all of this that we are trying to acquire out here, the goals that we set for ourselves out here, they're fine and all, but they lose the value that they used to have before. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Trust me, I don't, because I'm an entrepreneur. I love the whole game behind being an entrepreneur, trying to find different ways to accomplish goals. But let me tell you something, entrepreneurship is losing a lot of times before you actually get a win. But with God, there's no losing. He's already victorious. It's in His Word. It's His promise to us. And just like He's promising right here that there's an inheritance for us, waiting for us in His kingdom, I know that everything in His Word is the truth. I believe that with all my heart. And even though that there's times I feel like when I'm reading, I'm not really understanding it or connecting with it, I know that maybe at that moment, that whatever I'm reading isn't for me at that moment. Maybe next time I come to it, it'll make more sense. But if you stay in your Word, you will connect. He will connect with you. He will reveal things to you. And eventually, with that connection there, that relationship, let's stop saying connection, relationship, that is what He wants from you. That is what you should want from Him. And even though that He promised us an inheritance in the kingdom, eventually someday when we make it there, when we inherit that, isn't Jesus good enough? Isn't God good enough? Regardless of whatever inheritance is up there, isn't He enough? Think about that, family. Till the next one. Peace.